A-Shama, A-Shama, ako.
Hello, my name is Peruquois and welcome to the Truly Woman series. And the question I'd like to look into today, a woman said, I'm really attracted to a man and I have been for a long time, but every time I meet him I freeze and I don't know what to do. It's such an incredibly challenging thing as a woman to be very clearly upfront about how you feel towards a man when there is some self-doubt there, when you may fear that he's going to reject you. And what we often tend to do as women is we really admire this man, and maybe there's that opening you feel inside every time you see him. But instead of actually directly going and connecting and speaking with him, we create this fantasy of this man who could be with us and create dreams and futures and stories about how this relationship could look. And we waste a lot of energy on this potential relationship. So I am going to suggest for this woman is to actually go and make a space to actually possibly even be rejected inside herself, and to go and speak with him and say, I'm really like to spend some time with you, to get to know you, but at least to present yourself to this man so that he can come to understand that you're drawn to him. And if there feels like there's an attraction between you, then it's so good to be clear. So I feel really drawn to you, I feel really attracted, or every time I see you I feel a lot of love inside and I'd like to explore what this is. Now what his response is going to show you immediately how he feels. And when that happens, then you can move from there. But if you don't ever take the jump and actually go and present yourself to him in some way, then you'll never know. And there's always then this fantasy happening. So rather than live from a fantasy with this man, when you speak and find out maybe that he doesn't feel that pull towards you, he doesn't respond to you, to just really allow the feelings to fully open your heart. We often allow our heart to open when we've been received, whether when we've been seen by love or by the beloved, by a man. But we very rarely let our heart open when we've actually been rejected. And it's so important to just to feel the heart and let it go all the way in, this sensation of disappointment, so that you can fully let go. If you lock the heart and say, oh, I'm so not worthy, I'll never do this again, then the heart gets tighter, more contracted, and there's less trust in love. Whenever you feel the attraction to a man, if you look upon man as being the beloved, and what do I mean by the beloved? I mean that the nature of man is the embodiment of the true masculine nature. And the masculine nature in the universe is eternal. You can say, for example, the sun is a living example of the eternal masculine. His light is ever present. His love is ever present on the earth. So if one man does not receive you, because maybe it's not true, it's not a resonant response on his part, then he's not the right man for you. And that takes a little bit of acceptance inside yourself to see that the beloved is going to come again. And that's often when we lose it. We don't trust that the beloved may not be this man, but the beloved will become again to me in another man, in another body. And when he receives you, then you know that yes, this is a man for me. So it's being courageous enough to allow yourself first to speak, and if it happens that you're rejected, to really let that pain into the heart, let it burn. It's like a burn inside, like ouch, and then to feel the sensation of that burning, and to sit very, very presently with that feeling inside until it starts to melt, until you start to see that love hasn't gone anywhere and he will come again. Thank you.